whereas we see Sonia Gandhi talking about that we have to stand and support towards Iran, should have said something. But now your Congress MP Shashi Tharoor says silence is also national interest. What's your take on it?
How can there be silence when a head of state is murdered by US and Israel? How can you be silent? Is silence an option at all for any responsible country? Especially India, which has had a very glorious legacy of providing leadership to the third world. How can you be silent when 168 school-going girls are murdered in cold blood? Why should you be silent? So whoever is saying this, I'm sorry, I don't agree with that at all. The Prime Minister of India did not have the decency to condemn the killing of Ayatollah Khamenei. He did not have the decency to criticize the killing of 168 girls. They finally went to the Iranian Cultural Center when the Congress put a lot of pressure on them. I'm sorry, silence can never be an option.
Talking about Union Minister Jayant Chaudhary, apparently he received a death threat. And
yes, we read the reports, and these are very worrying reports, and I hope the government does enough to keep him secure.
Talking about the rupee, hits all-time low and slips to rupee 90.
Yeah, the rupee has long now crossed the age of Mr. Modi also, and the rupee, I think, is headed towards the Margdarshak Mandal.
Talking about Mohan Bhagwat, now he said that the efforts were made that have been done some good, but things have gone so bad that the world is on a brink of destruction.
Mohan Bhagwat is saying that he made efforts to bring peace in the world. He is the one major reason why there is no peace in this country. People cannot celebrate their festivals because of people like Mohan Bhagwat and organizations like RSS. And he is taking credit now for trying to bring peace in the world. Who is he? What does he think he is?
There are reports suggesting that after the Qatar LNG export disruption, for 5 years, heading towards that side.
Well, this is a disaster, especially for India and our consumers here, because I don't think we understood what we were heading into when the Prime Minister went to Israel, not realizing, perhaps realizing that within 48 hours there'll be a war. So, well, here we are standing with our failed foreign policy, standing with our horrible politics.
Talking about there's a controversy regarding Dhurandhar which is coming up. What's your stand? Because people are criticizing and calling it as a...
Well, they say that Dhurandhar is a biopic made on this 85-year-old national security advisor called Ajit Doval. And while he was busy watching Dhurandhar and having his popcorn, Russia had to come and inform us about these 6 people who were arrested who came from Ukraine. Not only came from Ukraine in India, crossed the Indian border, went into Myanmar, trained the rebels there and came back into India, and our dear Dhurandhar was busy having popcorn.
This brings me to the last question. This has just come up. Premium petrol in India has become costlier by 2.35 from March 28th.
So the government of India has collected 26 lakh crore rupees over the last 12 years from taxes on oil, on petrol and diesel. Why can't the government now, in a situation which is a crisis-like situation, which is a crisis, pass that benefit on to the consumers? Why should the consumers face the heat? हो गया?
ये वाला हिंदी में पेट्रोल की प्रीमियम पेट्रोल की कीमतें हैं अब 2.35 और महंगी होने जा रही है 20।
आप 9 अप्रैल की इंतजार करिए, चुनाव हो जाने दीजिए, देखिए ये जब भी चुनाव खत्म हो रहे हैं, देखिए ये सारे पेट्रोल और डीजल पे कैसे दाम बढ़ाते हैं। और ये चेतावनी हम बहुत पहले दे चुके हैं। जो 26-27 लाख करोड़ रुपया पिछले 12 साल में सरकार ने टैक्सेस के माध्यम से तेल, पेट्रोल और डीजल पे जो टैक्स लगते हैं, जो वैट्स लगती हैं, जो ड्यूटीज लगती हैं, एक्साइज लगती है, जो उस पे कमाया है, क्या वो लाभ ऐसी संकट की घड़ी में उपभोक्ता को नहीं दिया जा सकता? हम ये सवाल सरकार से पूछना चाहते हैं।